Hello, Alicia here. Welcome to your yoga class. Today's class is going to be a Vinyasa class specifically for practicing non-judgmentalness. Non-judgmentalness is one of the 3 house skills. It's the first one we go over. And the house skills are all about how you do mindfulness, how you observe, describe, or participate. And we're going to mostly be participating in this class, right? Yoga, throwing ourselves into it sometimes, especially if you are more of a beginner to yoga. You may need to take a step back, observe, describe what's going on, what yoga poses we're going into, and then go back into participate. I don't want you to worry about the house skills today. Of course, I always want you to practice them, but today's focus is going to be on how we are doing mindfulness, how we are doing yoga. We are doing yoga non-judgmentally. And so really, I want you to let go of judging, at least for the next 60 minutes, like dedicate yourself to it, especially when it comes to yourself. And especially if you are newer to yoga too, so whenever I keep using the word especially, I'm just going to notice it. I'm not going to judge it. Perfect example. When you start something new, you're not expected to be super skillful at it yet, right? Creating skill, building skill takes practice. And so you might find that whenever you do yoga, sometimes you get a little judgmental of yourself. Like, oh, my pose doesn't look like hers, or, oh, I should be better. I should be more flexible. I should be stronger. I should be more fit. So again, this is also about letting go of shoulds. The word shoulds, they're not helpful. And another part of being non-judgmental is discerning whether something is helpful or unhelpful, whether something is safe or dangerous, but not judging that and acting accordingly. And so it is gonna be a little bit more of a challenging class, especially if you are newer to yoga. And I'm doing that specifically because when we are faced with challenges, our inner critic gets really, really loud, right? It's like, man, you should really be better at this. I can't believe you're not farther along. You should probably just quit while you're ahead. Like, the inner critic gets loud. So we're gonna notice the inner critic. We're gonna notice the judgments. We're not gonna judge the judging, okay? So if you do judge, it will come up. Don't judge it, just notice it, right? When we start to notice things, we can start to change them. Okay, so I think that's enough of an intro on non-judgmentalness. Obviously, we go into it in depth in the program. So we'll get started in just a second. I'm gonna tell you what you need for the class. If you have a strap, grab it. If you don't have one, don't worry. You can use a long, beach towel or bath towel. That will work perfectly. If you're gonna work with a long towel, I would also grab a small towel, like a hand towel, a rag, a sweat towel. I wouldn't grab a face towel. That might be a little too small. Okay, so a big towel, long towel, and a short hand towel or rag. That's all you'll need. If you want some water, of course, get your water. I like having my water around. All right, and I think that's all I wanted to say for now, so let's get started. All right, you can sit in crisscross applesauce sukhasana, or if you want, you can get onto your knees. Grab your strap. If you don't, I'm gonna use my strap, obviously. If you are using a towel, when I say strap, think she means towel for me. Okay, so grab with a nice big wide grip. And on an inhale, we're gonna lift the arms up. Exhale, start to take it back. So you can take it all the way back. And don't do one shoulder and then the other. Take both shoulders back at the same time. So if you need to take a wider grip in order to do that, please do so. Inhale, take the arms back up. Exhale, take them down in front of you. I don't have my timer on. Let me get it on. Inhale, take it up. If you're like, what did she just say? Don't worry about it. And exhale, take it back. My bad, I went into my head for a second. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, take them down. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, start to bring them back to that sticky spot, but don't take them all the way back. And when I say a sticky spot, I mean like there's a spot back here where it's like, oh yeah, there's the stretch. That feels nice. Oh yeah, I like it right there. Take it right there. And just hold it for a moment. You can rock over to the right and rock over to the left just to increase the stretch in one arm and then the other arm. And then we're going to take some circles. Inhale, take it over to the right. Exhale, bring the arms forward as you curve the spine forward. Inhale, bring the arms over to the left. Oh, that feels so good. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, circle, arms over to the right. Exhale, take them forward, curve the spine. Bring belly button to spine. Inhale, arms over to the left. Exhale as you shift them back and behind. Wow, guys, I am seriously loving this. And then let's take it in the opposite direction. Inhale, take them over to the left. Exhale, bring it forward. Curve the spine. Inhale, over to the right. Exhale, take them back. Inhale, left. Exhale, forward. Really milk this. Inhale, right. Exhale, back. And then you can just circle them and take them down and back, or down and front. Shorten the grip. So we had it really wide. Shorten it now. Arms are a little bit more stretched out. Shoulders are more open. Chest is more open as I catch myself slouching. And then inhale. And there's no judgment there. That is a fact, right? So being non-judgmental is just describing the facts. All right, inhale, take them up. Exhale, take it to the sticky spot. Ooh, yeah. I'm obsessed with these stretches. I think they feel so good. And again, non-judgmentalness too is you can absolutely have preferences. I like this, I don't like this. That doesn't mean you're being judgmental. A preference is a little bit different. All right, inhale, bring arms back up. Exhale, drop the strap or the towel, whatever you are using, bring it to the side. All right, if you're on your knees, stay on your knees. I'm just gonna face the front of the mat. You're gonna cross one arm in front of you, and then you're gonna cross the other arm in front of you, and bring the upper body, the weight down onto those arms. You can even drop the, oh, I just realized I'm covering the mic. You can drop, hopefully you can still hear me. You can drop the head and just relax here. Feel the stretch into the the outsides of the arms. And then switch the cross of the arms. So if you had the left arm on top, make the right arm on top now. And if you had it opposite, that's okay. Just make sure you do both sides so that each arm gets a turn on top. Again, I hope you can hear me like this. Not that I'm saying much here, but. Okay, start to bring yourself up. And then just stretch out the neck a little bit. So drop the chin down to the chest. Roll right ear to right shoulder. And then exhale, chin back down to chest. Roll left ear to left shoulder. Roll chin back down to chest. Clasp the hands back behind you. Interlace the fingers. Bring the clasped hands over to the right as you bring that. You're going to bring the chin back. The chin stays down at chest, words. And then bring the right ear over to the right shoulder. And this should be increasing the stretch on the left. And then drop the chin back down. Take the chin, or the, what is this called? The left ear over to left shoulder, and really feel that deepened stretch on the right side of the neck. And then bring chin down to chest on exhale. And switch the arms over to the right side of the body, over to the right side hip, or the right side waist. Inhale, bring, let's see, what would this bring? Bring left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, drop chin to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Ooh, and that super deep stretch on the left side of the neck. Drop chin back down to chest. You're going to just forward fold over your knees as you bring the arms up, back, and toward your head. So the hands are moving toward the head. Make sure the heels of the hands, the palms, are glued together as much as you can. And just stretch out those shoulders. Yes, we are stretching out the shoulders a lot today, the arms, and you will understand why soon. Inhale, bring your body back up off of the mat, and then come onto hands and knees. Let's take some cat and cows. Inhale into cow. Drop the belly, arch the spine, gaze comes up without crunching the neck. Exhale into cat. Round the spine, belly button to spine, drop the gaze. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Make sure the knees are under the hips, the hands are under the shoulders. Take one more round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And I just saw a beautiful, there it is. What up? I can't tell from here because it's kind of far. It's either a vulture or a bird of prey. One of the two. Hello, beautiful. All right. Inhale, lift the left arm up overhead. Open up the chest to the sky. Exhale, bring the left shoulder, and so thread the needle. Left arm goes underneath the right. Lay the left shoulder down on the ground. And this time, usually I do yogi's choice here. This time I want you to do something specific. Bring the right arm up, back, and around, and hook the right hand onto the inside edge of the left knee, left inner thigh. Inhale, lift the right arm back up towards sky. Drop right hand back to mat on the exhale. Inhale, lift the left arm, unwind, open up the chest. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that pop. My back just popped. That felt good. Exhale, bring hand down to the mat. Inhale, bring right arm up to sky, open up the chest. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring right shoulder down to mat, thread right arm underneath left. Inhale, lift left arm up, back, and behind. Tuck the left hand onto the inside edge of the right inner thigh. Really see if you can increase this stretch in the body, this twist. Inhale, right hand comes up. Exhale, drop, or left hand comes down to the mat. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, take it down to the mat. All right, bring the heels of the hands together and then just rock left to right, warming up the wrists. Bring the fingertips back to face your knees and rock forward and back. Make sure knees are under hips. I know for me at least they get wide. I put them wide whenever I do the stretch that we just did, the poses that we just did. And then flip palms up to face the sky and rock left to right. And please be gentle here. If this is really intense on your wrists to do this, then back off a little bit. Listen to your body. Flip hands back down to the mat. Let's see, extend or flip the toes underneath. Make sure hands are right underneath your shoulders and lift the knees up off the mat and hold for 5, 4, engage the stomach. 3, bring the belly button in towards spine. 2 and 1, drop the knees. We're going to do that again. And inhale, lift the knees. Hold for 5, 4. Feel like you're wearing a corset and all 4 sides of your abdomen are being pulled in towards the middle. 2 and 1. Lift the hips up into downward dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Start to walk out the dog. Inhale, come up high onto the toes and start to wave the body forward into a high plank. Exhale, pull hips back, wave it back, downward dog. 2 more. Inhale, wave it forward. Waving forward like 1 vertebrae at a time until you find a straight line here. Although it's not totally straight because you are pushing away the mat. No sinking, pushing away. Exhale, wave it back. Downward dog. Last one. Inhale, wave it forward. Exhale, wave it back. Come up on high onto the toes on the inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Gaze comes forward between the hands and step your way to the front of the mat. Just walk it forward. All right, we're going to start to get some more flow going on here. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, gaze is down, spine is straight. Bring the belly button in towards the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up, arms sweep to the sides, up overhead, hands meet in a prayer, slight back bend. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Inhale, arms come up, swan dive forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step the left foot back. Drop the left knee down to the mat gracefully. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, take a twist over to the right. Hands come out into a T. Bring hands into prayer. And then exhale, bring the left elbow down onto the outside edge of the right knee, taking a twist. Inhale, drop the hands to frame the right foot. Step the left foot in. Tuck the left knee onto the outside edge of the right outer foot. Hope that made sense. Inhale, lift the left arm up overhead. Exhale, take a twist over to the right. Left elbow is hooked onto the outside edge of the right knee. Left elbow, right knee. Right hand is back behind you. Inhale, create length in the spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper, twisting from that core. And I want you to play with bringing the left hand underneath through this little hole that you create with the right thigh. So it's underneath the right thigh, above the left thigh. And then see, if you need to have your towel handy, grab it, but see if you can grab onto that right hand by moving the right hand back behind your back. So you clasp hands here. If you can't quite clasp hands, that's okay. Just grab the towel to create some length. Awesome. Let go. Inhale, unwind. Place the hands down. Step the left foot in to meet the right. Step right leg back now, back behind you. Drop the right knee. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, take a twist over to the left. Hands drop into a T. Inhale, bring hands to heart center, prayer position. Exhale, bring the right elbow to the outside edge of the right knee. Hold it here. Inhale, unwind, hands frame the front foot. Exhale, step the right knee in. Sit down on that right hip, tucking the right knee underneath the left. Left foot is on the outside edge of the right outer thigh. Inhale, lift right hand up overhead. Exhale, take a twist to the left, hooking right elbow to outside edge of left knee. Inhale, create length in the spine. Exhale, take a deeper twist from that core. Hopefully you've got that little towel handy or your strap. Start to bend so you straighten the right elbow. Bring that right hand underneath your right knee in that little hole that you're creating, the little triangle that you create with your legs. Reach the left arm back and around and try to see if you can reach the hands. I can't reach on that side, and that's okay. If you cannot reach, this is where you do not judge yourself. You aren't good, you aren't bad, you aren't, well, everyone's inherently good, but your value is not based on this. You are inherently worthy. You are not unworthy. This doesn't equate to enoughness, worthiness, goodness, badness. Like, it just is. If you can't quite reach, that's okay. Grab your towel, give yourself some length. All good here. Inhale, unwind. Bring hands to frame the front foot. Step right foot in to meet the left. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, drop the hands, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, bring the left foot back, drop left knee. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, drop into a T. Take a twist over to the right. Inhale, bring hands to heart center. And exhale, take a twist deepen the twist by bringing the left elbow to the outside edge of the left elbow to outside edge of right knee. Inhale, open up the arms. Left hand goes down toward mat, right hand up towards sky. And then if you want to take it further, you can always stay here. If you want to take it further, you can bring that left arm underneath the left leg. Bring right hand, arm and hand back behind you, behind your waist. So it's going around your mid-back. That right hand will come towards that left hip. And see if you can interlace the fingers. If you can't quite reach, that's okay. You can always use your towel to create length. You can hold the towel in the right hand, catch it with your left. If you don't need the towel, cool. If you do, cool. No judgments here. Inhale, exhale, straighten the right knee as you start to bring the hips forward. Flex the right foot. Inhale, take it forward. Exhale. Bring hips back, straighten right knee, flex right foot. Inhale, bring it forward. Unwind, hands frame the front foot. Step left foot in to meet the right. Inhale, bring right foot back onto the mat, drop the right knee. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, take a twist to the left, drop arms into a T. Inhale, bring hands to prayer. Exhale, bring right elbow to outside edge of right knee. Inhale, open up the arms. Right hand extends down toward mat, left hand up towards sky. And then you can stay here, or you can bring the right hand underneath. So you just bend the right elbow, bring it underneath the leg, the left leg. Bring left arm around your back. See if you can interlace those hands. Again, if you can't, no judgments. Grab the towel, give yourself length, or don't do it. You don't have to. You can work towards this. Inhale, unwind, drop the hands to frame the foot, and exhale, step right foot to meet the left. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep around and up as you reverse swan dive up. Hands meet in prayer. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, sweep the ground. Bend the knees as you bring arms up into Utkatasana, chair pose. Bending the knees, bum is back. You should be able to see the toes in front of your knees. Inhale, bring the arms down in front of your chest. And exhale, forward fold. Straighten the knees. Inhale, step one foot back and then the other for high plank. If you need to drop the knees for this first vinyasa, go for it. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep elbows tucked, spine is straight. Lower in one flat line. Inhale, come up, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out the mouth. Inhale, lift the right leg up off of the mat. Keep your right hip parallel with the ground. Exhale, knee to nose. Step right foot between the hands. Start to come up onto fingertips. Inhale, sweep the ground as you bring yourself into crescent lunge, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, take a twist over to the right. Hands drop into a T, arms drop into a T. Inhale, bring hands to heart center. Exhale, left elbow to the outside edge of the right knee. Inhale, create length with the arms, bringing the left hand down towards the mat, right hand up towards sky. Inhale, unwind, place hands to frame the right foot, step right foot back to meet the left, take a vinyasa. Knees can be down on the mat or up off of the mat. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out the mouth. Inhale, lift left leg up off of mat. Keep left hip parallel with the ground, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot between the hands. If you need to scooch it forward, just use that left arm to pick it up, scooch it forward. Try not to lift the hands when you step the feet through. I always mean to say that. I always forget. Inhale, start to come up onto the fingertips and sweep the arms up overhead for crescent lunge. Take another inhale. Well, exhale and then inhale, of course. Exhale, take a twist over to the right. Arms drop into a T. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, bring the right elbow to the outside edge of the left knee. Inhale, reach right hand down towards the mat, left hand up towards sky. Exhale. Inhale, bring hands to frame the front foot, unwind, step left foot back to meet the right on the exhale. Inhale, brings you forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Knees can be down if you need. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale. What is this? Downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out the mouth. How you doing with judgments? How you doing with judgments? I haven't given that many reminders today. Check in where you at. If you've been judging, just notice it. No judging the judging. Where you at with shoulds? How many shoulds have you given yourself today? See if you can let those go. Inhale, come up high into the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Gaze drops between the hands and step or jump to the front of the mat. When you step or jump, do you judge yourself? I know I used to all the time. See if you can let that go. Allow yourself to be where you are. You don't need to be further. You're exactly where you're meant to be. No need to judge where you're at on your journey. Inhale, come up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana, micro bend in the knees. Spine is straight, gaze is down, belly button to spine. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Straight back as you come up, arms circle around and up, hands meet in prayer, micro back bend. Exhale, hands down to heart center. If you need to take a quick sip of water, do it. I know I need it. Maybe you need a sweat towel. I might need one of those too. All right. Where were we? Hands in heart center. Check in. Ground yourself here. No judging. Let's do this. You got this. Let's go. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Swan dive forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, come up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Oh, I meant to do something here. It's okay, we'll do it now. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. You should be able to see the toes in front of the knees. I think we just took an inhale. If not, take one now. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Tuck the left elbow onto the outside edge of the right knee. Make sure that left knee isn't creeping forward. If it is, hug that left hip back. You want your knees to be in line with one another. Gaze can be down towards the mat. Inhale, extend left hand towards mat. Right arm goes up towards sky. Take an inhale, or we just inhaled. Exhaled, bring hands to heart center. Start to creep that left heel up off of the mat. Keep your twist. Exhale, step the left foot back into a lunge. Inhale. Exhale, bring left knee back into Utkatasana. Hug the left hip back. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, bring left leg forward back into Utkatasana. You can keep that left heel popped off of the mat if you'd like. Inhale. Last one. Exhale, take it back. Low or high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, bring left leg forward. Drop the left heel. Inhale, unwind. And exhale, let's take a quick break. Straighten the knees, arms come up, and then arms come back down for Tadasana, mountain pose. Palms are forward. Feel the strength of this pose. How'd you do? And not, I don't want to say, how'd you do with judgment? Okay, hold on, I need a sweat towel. How'd you do with judgment? Sometimes in more challenging spots, we start to judge ourselves. So just notice, did you judge? If so, okay. Don't judge the judging. This is a practice. It is honed with practice. All right. Let's do it again. Take it to the other side. Inhale, sweep the ground, arms come up. Utkatasana, you should be able to see those toes. Exhale, hands down into heart center. Prayer position. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist over to the left. Tuck the right elbow onto the outside edge of the left knee. Inhale, and remember, hug that right hip back. Your knees should be in line with one another. Inhale, bring the right heel up off of the mat. Exhale, step right foot back. Lunge. Inhale. Exhale, bring right leg back in. Remember, hug the right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, right leg forward, Utkatasana. Hug that right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, right leg back. Lunge. Inhale, no collapsing here. Keep it strong. Exhale, right leg forward. Make sure the knees are together in one line. Hug that right hip back. Unwind, arms come to center. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Whoo. And I meant to say, whenever we do that, you want to keep your gaze down on the ground. It will help you keep your balance. My bad for saying it late. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Step right leg back, then left leg. Shift the weight forward, take a vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower in one flat line. Inhale, downward dog or excuse me, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. All right, let's keep moving. Inhale, lift the right leg up off of the mat. Your hips should be parallel with the ground. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the right foot in between the hands. Come up onto fingertips. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Ooh, I am sweating. And exhale, take a twist over to the right. Hands reach in either direction. Inhale, bring hands to heart center. Keeping this twist. Exhale, left elbow to the outside edge of right knee. Inhale, extend left hand towards mat, right hand towards sky. Your fingertips can find the mat if you want to stay here, or see if you can take it further. If you need to grab that towel just in case, do it. You can bring the left arm underneath the right leg, bending the left elbow, and then bring right arm back behind your waist to the outside edge of your the left side of your waist. You can either grab onto the towel if you need some extra extension, or if you can reach, interlace the fingers. Hold here for a moment, and then drop the right, ooh. If you fall like I just did, that's okay. Just get right back into it. You can always try again, and no judging the self. We're human, we make mistakes, we fall, we laugh, we get right back up, right? All right. And she falls again, and it's okay. So, bring left hand underneath, tuck, boom. All right, I was just speaking myself through it. Try to bring the left heel down to the mat. Your left toes will go up towards the left corner. Straighten out the right knee. It's like a triangle pose. But we're twisted, we're bound. You can bend the right knee and then straighten it again. Try to feel it out. You can stay here. You can take it further. If you want to try taking it further, remember, no judgments. We're just trying this out. Step the left foot in towards the right. Start to pop that right heel off of the mat. Keep this bind. If you can, start to straighten the left knee as you bring the right foot and right leg up with you, keeping the bind. Y'all, I am dripping sweat. Whew, feels good to work. All right, you can keep it here if you're still with me. If you're not, no judgments, okay? This is definitely a more advanced pose. If you want, you can start to take it into the full expression of Bird of Paradise and extend the right knee. If you're here with me, just hold for 3, 2, 1. Start to bend the right knee. Start to bring, and of course, you can be using a towel here if you need to. Give you more extension. Start to bring the right foot down toward the mat. Gracefully, if you can, hopefully try not to let go of the bind. Step the left leg back into a lunge. Release the hands, frame the right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left. You can take a vinyasa, or you can take it straight into a downward dog. Yogi's choice. I'm gonna skip the vinyasa right now because my left arm needs a little bit of a break. You know what, let's take it into a child's pose before we go on to the other side. Drop the knees. Just breathe for a second. Yo, I'm like, is my microphone okay? Because I am sweating, like probably more than I ever have teaching a yoga class. It's also, I'm gonna notice my urge to judge myself, but I also wanna just totally note the fact that it rained yesterday and the night before, and it is super muggy here, and it is dry in the Arizona heat normally, so when it gets humid, yeah,
I think that's enough said. Like, I just get super sweaty. I already sweat a lot. Yo, and those are facts, okay? Not judgments. Like, I've gone through my phase of judging my sweat, and sometimes I still do, but I'm human. I sweat. I'm a sweaty being. I embrace it. All right. Inhale, start to come back up. We're going to take it onto the other side. Exhale. Take it into your downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up off of the mat. Keep the hips parallel with the ground. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot between the hands. Hopefully we didn't cool down too much. Nope, I'm still sweating. And inhale, start to come up onto fingertips. Extend, left arms up overhead. Crescent lunge. Exhale, take a twist over to the left. Left hand reaches back, right hand reaches forward. Inhale, bring hands to heart center. Exhale, right elbow to the outside edge of the left knee. You can stay here. You can, on an inhale, extend right fingertips down toward mat, left fingertips up toward sky. Again, you can stay here, or you can take it farther. If you need that towel handy, bring it nearby. Bend the right elbow, bring it underneath the left thigh. Bring left hand back behind you onto the left waist or by the left hip. Interlace the fingers if you can. Use the towel if you need more length. Drop the right heel down toward the mat. Pivot right toes toward front right mat. Extend the left knee. Bend left knee, come forward. Extend left knee. Bend left knee. If you want to take it farther, bring right leg in. Start to bring left heel up off of the mat. Start to bring right knee up with you as you straighten right leg. Whew. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about my sweat again. Start to extend. You can stay here or start to extend the right leg for bird of paradise. If you're here with me, hold for 3, 2, 1. Bend the left knee. No judgments with where you're at. Bring left hand down. Oop, I broke the bind. That's okay. I'm okay with it. Step the right leg back into a lunge. Unwind, bring hands to frame the front foot. Exhale. Bring left foot back to meet the right. Downward dog, Adho Mukha. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out the mouth. Inhale, come high up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze comes forward between the hands and step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, as you sweep the ground, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Chair pose, you should be able to see the knees. Exhale, straighten the knees, hands come down to heart center. Ooh. Drop the hands, mountain pose, palms are forward, gaze is forward, back of the head is slightly up and back, chin is parallel with the ground. Feel into this pose, feel the strength of this pose. And feel the strength of your mind as you practice these mindfulness skills. They're not easy. They're not easy, especially for someone with trauma and a really loud inner critic. This is tough work. You're doing it. And you're doing like a challenging vinyasa class, so good on you. You're doing the work. You are here. All right. Inhale, bring hands to heart center. Exhale as you, or wait. Take an exhale here. Inhale, arms sweep around, up, hands meet in prayer up above. Take a slight back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward. Uttanasana. heel toe the feet out just a bit, a little bit wider than hip width apart. Clasp onto opposite elbows and swing. We're going to start to slow it down. Swinging back and forth, left to right. Circle the arms back behind you. Clasp the hands, interlace the fingers. Bring the palms together, the heels of the hands together as you bring the arms forward toward the ground, toward your head. Bring hands slightly up and just really feel the stretch. So allow your shoulders to roll back behind. And then you can increase this stretch by bringing the hands forward toward the front of your mat. Inhale. And exhale, release the arms. And step the right leg back, the left leg back, taking it into downward dog. You can bend one knee and then the other. Inhale, ground the left leg, bring the right leg up off of the mat. Feel that the weight is even between your shoulders and between your hands. Open up the hip, bring right leg up high, bend the right knee. Take some circles with that right knee going in one direction and then the other. Drop the right hip back down and bend right knee in towards nose. And then step the right foot toward the left hand. Drop right knee down toward mat. Extend left leg long back behind you for Kapotasana, pigeon pose. If you need to rest your hip, if it's up off of the mat, you can rest it on a pillow, on a block, on a blanket. If you need to bring the right heel in towards that hip to accommodate for the right knee, please do so. For any modifications that you might need, please try not to judge yourself. Meet yourself where you're at. Know what is helpful, what is harmful, what is safe, what is dangerous. Listen to your body. Let go of shoulds, let go of judgments. You can stay up, or you can bring elbows down to the mat. You can stay here, or you can bring the upper body down by folding one hand on top of the other or stacking fists and bringing the third eye down to rest on the top hand. Something I used to do here all the time that I haven't done in a while that I kind of miss, so I'm going to do it, is I actually lay my third eye. If you want to join me, please do. I lay my third eye down on the mat and I extend my arms forward with my palms face up, like a receptive. It's very receptive. And I just think, universe, spirit guides, or whatever it is you believe in, apply it as feels right. I am ready to receive whatever you are ready to give me. Whether it is knowledge or revelation, an ability to do something, to handle something, a new guide, a new teacher, a new lesson, a new person, whatever it is. I am ready to receive. Surrendering into the mat, surrendering into the now, releasing judgments, releasing shoulds, releasing tension. Allow those exhales to help you release that tension. Notice if you're clenching the jaw and see if you can just release it. And then start to bring the hands back in if you had them extended forward. If you didn't, no worries. Bring upper body up off of mat. Ground the hands, tuck the back toes. You might shift your weight forward a bit. I know that always helps me. And then bring that right leg back. You can open up that right hip again if that feels good for you. You don't have to. Yogi's choice. You can always take it straight back into a downward dog. If you are in three-legged, make sure the arms are square and that the shoulders are evenly holding your weight and you're not sinking into that left arm. Exhale, bring right hip down, bring right foot down toward mat. Inhale, lift left leg, open up the hip, bend the left knee, take some circles, going in one direction and then the other. Make sure you're not sinking into that right shoulder. Weight is evenly distributed between your hands, between your fingers. Drop the left hip. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring right foot toward right hand, left knee towards, or left foot towards right hand, left knee towards left hand. Words. Again, if you need any modifications like you did on the other side, take them. Release the judgments. Start to bring, if it feels good for you, you can bring elbows down. Again, if it feels good for you, you can stack hands or fists and bring the forehead down to the top hand. Try to put the weight toward the right hip. It will help you deepen the stretch just a little bit. And if you took it on the other side and you want to try it here again, lay the third eye down, the forehead down onto the mat. Extend the arms forward, palms face up. In a receptive pose. I am ready to receive. Allow your exhales to help you soften. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. Start to bring yourself back up. Gently, slowly, lots of love. Tuck the back right toes. Bring the left leg up back into three-legged dog. And then on the exhale, bring the left hip back down. Bring left foot down toward mat. Bend the knees. Let's take a child's pose for just a moment, not too long. Extend the arms long onto the mat. Again, if you want to flip those palms up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, towards spirit, although spirit's everywhere, but you know, a receptive pose. I'm ready to receive guidance that I need, that I want, that spirit wants me to have. Last cycle of breath. Start to bring yourself up. You're just going to sit over onto the left hip. And then shift, bring that left knee forward onto the center of your mat. And then swing the right leg over the left. Inhale, extend the left arm up overhead, and exhale, take a twist over to the right. Taking lots of twists today, really wringing out the body, wringing out all those bad habits. Ooh, there's a judgment. Although we talk in the lesson about having consequences, and so sometimes bad, I'm going to use quotes here, bad habits have really negative consequences. And so in that term, you know, in certain instances, we can use those words with, you know, I don't want to go into the whole, I think you know what I'm alluding to here. If you do need to review the lesson, please do so. Inhale, create length. Exhale, twist a little deeper.
Unwind on the inhale. Place the hands back behind you. I didn't mean to like cut myself off there. And if you're like, what did she mean? Go back and review. I think it's towards the end of the non-judgmental lesson. All right. And that's if you are in the course. If you are in the coaching program, just ask me about it. I'll clarify. All right. Sorry to be vague there. I just want to keep moving. All right. Bring the left hands back behind you. You're going to straighten the knees. As you as you open, straighten the knees. I hope I'm making sense. Watch if I don't. Walk the hands around. You're going to start to swivel the body back towards the front, and then you will bring the bum back down. And what do you know? The legs are switched. Now the left is on top. Inhale, create length. Right arm goes up. Exhale, twist to the right. Right elbow hooks onto the outside edge of the left knee. Inhale, create length. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, unwind. Bring the legs long onto the mat. Bring the flesh out from underneath the sit bones. Bring arms up overhead. You should have a straight line. And when I say should here too, okay, I'm not gonna pick apart my words right now. That's not efficient. Okay, so when the arms, if your back is not straight here, you can always tuck a block underneath your hips or a pillow underneath your sit bones. That will help you to straighten up. And that's only if you find yourself kind of sinking in here. And this is maybe a little dramatic. Maybe this is where you're at. That's okay. No judgments. Do what you need to do to be effective. And if that's to grab a prop, do so. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the tops of toes. Try to keep the spine straight. Hands can come to the outside of the feet or down to the mat. Yogi's choice. Inhale, create a little bit more length in the spine, keeping the spine straight. Exhale, round the spine. Bring forehead down to knees or to shins. Inhale, start to walk yourself up off of your legs. Scooch the bum forward. Grab onto the knees and slowly, gently bring yourself down one vertebrae at a time. We're not going to take any twists here, any supine twists, because we've done a lot of twists. If you want to take a supine twist, go for it. If you want to take a happy baby, go for it. If you are ready to start to end the class, we're going to move into Shavasana. You can always pause me and do any last minute poses you may need. Hug the shoulders in towards each other, the shoulder blades, to allow the chest to be a little more open. Toes fall out, heels fall in. Palms are up towards sky. Eyes are closed. Release any controlled breath. And check in. Where are you at with your non-judgmentalness? If this is the first time you are learning about this and applying this, then there's probably some more work and some more practice that needs to be done, and that's okay. We can notice where we're at without judging where we're at. And when we do notice those judgments, we don't judge them. Then we just let go. And we move on. And that's easier said than done, right? But I promise you, if you keep showing up to do the work, if you keep practicing, it will get easier. That skill will get stronger. You won't have to consciously think about it so much. It will evolve. As you evolve. I'm going to give you a few moments of silence
you can just let your brain do whatever it wants, go wherever it wants. If you would like to stay in Shavasana longer, please do so. Soak in this control save as pose. Save in all the benefits, all of the progress, saving all of the movements into muscle memory. If, however, you are ready to move out of the pose, out of the practice, and on with your day, then start to deepen the breath. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Start to grow that movement into circles with the wrists and the ankles. And on your next inhale, extend the arms up overhead. And get a big stretch into the body. Exhale as you bend the knees and roll over onto one side, resting the head onto the lower arm, keeping the eyes closed. On your next exhale, start to bring yourself up off of the mat, keeping the eyes closed, moving slowly and gently, like you're waking up from a long nap. You can come to find a seated, cross-legged position, Sukhasana, easy pose. And on an inhale, I want you to circle the arms to the sides, around and up. Hands will meet in a prayer position. And then as you exhale, I want you to chant one big, loud Om as you bring the arms and the hands down to heart center. All right, let's do it together. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I know, I didn't mention I was going to do the Shantis. I was feeling it, so I did it. Notice if you had any judgments arise while I did that. That's cool, just notice them, okay? No judging the judging. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you were like, hey, I want to do that too. Why didn't you tell me about that? Wait, I'm going to pause and do it again. You know, whatever. Shanti, by the way, means peace.
Go ahead and bow, keeping the eyes closed. Bow the chin to the chest, forehead to fingertips. And thank yourself for making it to your mat, for prioritizing yourself, your health, and your healing, and your well-being. And then bow your third eye down to the ground. And thank Mother Earth Gaia for supporting you, for allowing you to thrive off of her resources and off of her energy, for all of her wonderful, beautiful, amazing creations. You can thank any higher powers that you have, any guides, guardian angels, archangels, Buddhas, bodhisattvas, Allah, God, whatever. And then start to bring your upper body back up. And when you are ready, gently, slowly, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. I know it can be difficult to practice this skill at first. Like, trust me, I know. It's a hard one, especially when it's so deeply ingrained in the inner critic voice. I promise with practice it will get easier. You've got this. Keep coming back. You're doing great. I'll see you next time. Namaste.